Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Micah Kiser was in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run here. It's Murray. A beautiful spin and room to run. Latavius Murray, 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, 66 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. So, wow. I mean, that'll quiet this crowd out. A big one there on the opening drive of the game.
Yeah, you have to be thinking, we're at home for the playoffs. That had to be a splash of cold water right in their face, don't you think?
Yeah, they got to be thinking, we're going to have to work on this and do so in a hurry. Carlson now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Niall Davis. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Value three. Al, look up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 66. Al, look up.
On 2nd down, Davis trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Starting left here. Starting left here.
From the gun on third down. Gone. Eluding the pressure right. And a loose football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st down, Murray. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A toss to Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 34.
Value 3.
On the carry, it's Edmonds. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the... Play there, 2nd down.
Boom! Yeah, baby! All right. Come on out. Hard ball.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. 3rd down here.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Louis. Value 3. You got tight right there. Shell. Check. Crunch.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The 1st down carry for Davis. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Here's Goff now on second down. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Value one. Louis.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now a 2nd down run for Murray. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun. Cousins throwing deep for now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Value three. Al, look up.
Here's a give to Davis. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43. Yard line.
Hey, check 24. Kill.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Louis. Wide. Get Shell.
They pitch it to Davis. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Super 66. No. Off. Go. Right.
From the gun, here's Goff. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go. Kill. Super 66. Super 66. What?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They pitch it out to Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow.
Cousins. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
All right, now here we go. Oh. Black, black. Clear 50. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow.
Now Cousins. Escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aaron Donald coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. And the Rams getting set to go now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Hell, you won. DC.
On first down, Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, 76, tell him. 76. 76. Check 50. Shell.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. This is complete to Niall Davis. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Maverick. Value 3. Louis. DC.
From the red zone now, Goff. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch it. Start left here. Shell.
To the air again. Goff. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. And he pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. Cousins. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
All right. Come on out. Deuce. Hey, 5. Shell. Value 1. 36.
Out of the gun. Goff. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
5. 76, tell him. 76.
Goff now looks to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go. Value 3. Al, we go.
They keep it with Davis on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball. Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Here's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Two for 66. 76, tell him. 76. 76.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Shell. We go, 76. 76. Louis. 7.
Now it's gone. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Value 3. Value 1. Check. Lucky.
Here's Davis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat. But they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. He finds an opening past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Cook on the toss left. Cook with a first down and much more. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast. Tenth
carry of the game now. Murray. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
All right, now here we go. Hey, wait your hot.
Handoff comes to Cook, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
5.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play that time for the Rams. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter.
Hey, 5. Okay, dog. 180. Louis.
Goff on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Again, this is Cook. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Left side caught by Diggs. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Murray. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go with Murray again. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Wild now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Listen.
They begin with a run by Davis. Room here to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for the fullback, Aaron Ripkowski. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On 2nd down, Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Super 1. Shell.
Goff now looking to throw. They got him in. It's Woods. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Davis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw is gone. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Value 3, value 3. Watch 17, watch 17. 76, tell him. 76, 76. Value 3, value 3. Starting left here.
They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go, fellas, here we go, here we go. 12, 12, 12, 12. Go, 12, go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Murray. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
All right, now here we go, oh. Hey, boys, we got four down. The hut, on Andy!
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year, but I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get to their off-season program, and they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.